Upper East Regional Minister Dr. Hafiz bin Saleh has urged state and non-state actors not to be complacent with the face of adversity, but rather harness the power of dialogue, collaboration, and effective action to overcome the obstacles that stands in the way of peace and security. Speaking at the third Dialogue Forum on effective promotion of peace and security in the northern region, he said they play a pivotal role in shaping the future of their respective regions. Joining us, Upper West Regional correspondent Rafiq Salam reports.
The third dialogue of state and non-state actors on effective promotion of peace and security in northern Ghana was attended by regional ministers from the northern Gulf of the country, regional coordinating directors, regional secretaries for the various peace councils, and representatives of regional security councils. Upper East Regional Minister Dr. Hafiz bin Saleh, in his opening remark, stated that it is imperative to acknowledge the significant strides made since the inception of the Dialogue Fora 3 years ago. Dr. bin Saleh urged the participants to recognize the pivotal role played in shaping the future of their respective regions. He said state and non-state actors has a critical role in building a peaceful northern Ghana. Dr. bin Saleh further urged them not to be complacent or indifferent in the face of adversity, but rather harness the power of dialogue, collaboration, and effective action to overcome the obstacles that stand in the way of peace and security.
From the state actors who wield authority and influence to the non-state actors who work tirelessly to promote peace and reconciliation, we all have a part to play in building a more peaceful and prosperous northern Ghana. In the face of mounting challenges, from ethnic tension and communal conflict to economic instability and the looming spectre of extremism, our resolve must remain unwavering. We cannot afford to be complacent or indifferent in adversity. Instead, we must harness the powers of dialogue, collaboration, and effective action to overcome the obstacles that stand in the way of peace and security. As we gather here today, let us not lose sight of the human cause of conflict and violence. Behind every statistic and headlines lies a story of pain, suffering, and loss.
Executive Director of Star Ghana Foundation, Ibrahim Tanko Amidu, whose outfit has been patrolling the 5 regional coordinating councils in the northern Gulf of the country to hold the dialogue fora, noted that the fora gives opportunity to the stakeholders for information sharing, collaboration, and dialogue.
Because there are so many initiatives that are ongoing by civil society organizations, by the World Bank, by bilaterals, by governments. The key challenge has always been the issue of coordination, the issue of collaboration, the issue of information sharing. That you speak to some of the regional ministers and they tell you that we're not even aware this is happening. You get to hear of some initiatives and you say, well, if we had known of this, maybe it would have influenced the way we developed this other. So the synergies are lost, the complementarities are lost, and at the end of the day, we have people question. We spend so many $1 million on peace and security in the north. Why is it still not happening? And we say one of it is because we're not talking sufficiently to each other. Either the civil society organizations just sit somewhere alone, or the state actors sit somewhere alone, but we hardly meet. And so we intended this as a space for information sharing, space for collaboration, and a space for dialogue.
Ibrahim Tanko Amidu, however, was not pleased with the state of education in northern Ghana, which is proposing a Northern Educational Forum to tackle it.
The statistics are worrying. They go beyond worrying. They pose for me an existential threat to northern Ghana. Without educated people, without the human resource, all other efforts at developing the north will come to naught. What do we do what should be done, how do we coordinate, and we would have a discussion on.
Reporting for J News, Rafik Salam. Wow.